Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, welcome to this epoch-making event. It's the Niger Delta Viewpoint Small SME Conference 2024 brought to you by Kudimata.
Kudimata is a hybrid financial educational company. Kudimata is here to work with us to have a drastic mindset change, and that is why Kudimata is here to work with our women and our youths to get them empowered.
Everything is not money. Everything is not cash. One thing that is a currency is goodwill. And one of the things I've come to realize is there are 3 R's and 3 ways that you can acquire goodwill. What is goodwill? Goodwill is when somebody sees you and has a friendly feeling towards you. Relationships. Number 2 is reputation. My 3rd R is resilience.
Whatever thing you are into, believe in yourself that it is possible that I can make it. People tell you that you can go into different means of making money, but you can actually stick to one thing and do it well and make money. So you must have discipline in whatever thing you are going into. You must have the drive, you must have the talent, and you must believe in yourself that it is possible and make it through this job.
You must work to earn money. If you don't work, you cannot earn money. Most of us here are graduates. We are in search of job. There is no job. Government will not give you the job. Can get a job for yourself. In that little thing that you do, you must have passion. If you don't have passion for what you do, you cannot succeed. You must see that you love that thing. And when you love that thing, you grow that thing.
What are the cultures as youths, as people of the Niger Delta region? The cultures we can build beyond oil, farming our resources. So we should look inward within our system, within our environment, and farm our resources. If you don't have passion, you face little challenges, you break down.
The time has come to win our people, especially the youth, from sole dependence on government for the provision of all human capital development mechanism, especially through white-collar jobs. I am happy this program will train our people in financial literacy. This way, small and medium entrepreneur can find their way in independently negotiating and accessing funds to grow their businesses, thereby creating opportunities for them to become employers of labor.
All right, His Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, of course we have His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Delta State here, represented by the Chief of Staff, Johnson Erijo. Good morning, sir. Welcome to this beautiful SME conference. My name is Ruki. I work with Bridge Radio Asaba, and I would be your host for today. Now, Kudimata, they brought something really interesting to us here in Delta State. You know, they say it depends you talk, and they are here to help you get financial advisory, to help you become better with your finances. And particularly, I really like that one.
Hello and good morning, everybody. I'd like to say a big good morning to my honorable guest and my fellow youths that are among us today. So next up on our program, I will be introducing the GMD and founder of Kudimata and the mastermind behind this very beautiful Niger Delta Summit, Mrs. Kathleen Erimu. But just before that, we're going to watch a quick video and have a background information about what this event is about and what Mrs. Kathleen Erimu is about.
Hi there, it's Kathleen. Kudimata is about to be 2 years, and before the official release of our documentary, I'd like to share a few milestones. Over 500,000 youths and women have been profiled, trained, and certified on basic financial literacy, which is the foundational skills required for financial decision making. Also, over 30,000 participants have gone through our 8 modules business fundamental training. 30,000 businesses have accessed our 50% discounted CAC business name registration. Furthermore, over 300 individuals have been supported with startup kits, and another 1,005 will be within the next weeks across the country, working with our strategic partners. Over 10 secondary schools have been trained and gifted financial education resources. Our achievements in encouraging economic development, scalability, and sustainability continue to rise. And guess what? You can be a part of it, and together we can make the nation better. Let's talk.
So can we now have a big round of applause for Mrs. Kathleen Erimu, the CEO and founder of Kudimata, as we welcome Ms. Kathleen onto the stage.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be standing here today. At least before I continue, I would like to appreciate the representative of His Excellency, who is Prince Johnson Erijo, and all other dignitaries who are here seated. To the corporate Nigeria that is here, so we have the Rain Oil team, the P1 team, we have Tara, we have Moody, we have African Tropic, we have Barrister Frank, we have Owuzere Macaulay here seated, we have NYSC DG here represented, we have CBN here represented, we have lots of people here represented, and I am really happy standing here. Why am I standing here, or why are we here? Why are we here? Working for over 40 years, it is, in the financial world, it became imperative that we need to work with ourselves and work together. And it is with that that Kudimata was bettered about 2 years ago to bridge that gap. All right? Kudimata is a hybrid financial educational company. Standing here in Delta, so we work out of total Nigeria, and we've been working. Standing here today, I think I would ask every one of us to bring out our phone and Google the Niger Delta. Just Google Niger Delta. What would you see? What you see is the picture that is on the screen. The picture does not depict what the Niger Delta region actually is. This picture shows oil and gas, people in the creek. It shows militancy. Majorly, that's what it shows. And maybe just one picture of, will I say Queen? But guess what? Is that what Niger Delta region is, or is that what Delta is? Is that what we are? That is actually not what we are. The economic well-being, the economic environment of the Niger Delta, is it represented in what you see? So that is why Kudimata is here. Kudimata is here to work with us to have a drastic mindset change from this picture that you see, this dependency on oil and gas, militancy that you see if you Google the Niger Delta. You see our men and women not sure what to do. All our young ones who have even worked and done some bits, they've urbanized. They've left. They've gone to cities where they have better ways and means. But guess what? We can make that change. And that is why Kudimata is here, to work with our women and our youth, to get them empowered. When you say empowerment, what is empowerment? Our people they like to be empowered. And when they say empowerment, what they think about is, I give you money to go and start up a business. But empowerment starts from the mind. It starts from you. Your mindset change. That is where you first get empowered. Once your mind changes and you are okay, you are empowered, then you deploy all your resources to ensure that you start to create economic value for that which you are capable, because all our people are capable of doing those interesting things. The creative industry is strong in the Niger Delta region, especially in Delta State, the Asaba, especially even the Asaba region. But do you see it on the Nigerian or the Niger Delta map? The answer is no. The food industry, agric, predominantly is strong in the Niger Delta. But do we see it? The answer is no. So we are here to work with you, to empower you. First, mindset change, then in the knowledge and skills that you require, and then in working with mentors that would handhold you through this your journey and ensure that you develop and cultivate that which you are capable of doing within the Niger Delta region and predominantly in Delta State, thereby changing that landscape. So the objective of the Niger Delta Viewpoint is first a mindset shift, and then youth entrepreneurship, youth and women entrepreneurship. We would work with you, we would train you, we will mentor you, we would provide you with the necessary tools that you require to grow, would successive framework, and then we would monitor. Then what is Kudimata? I think I've explained what Kudimata is. Kudimata has the product and the tools that would take us through this journey. First is the financial literacy training that everybody would have. We would start with a bit of it today. And when you are financially literate, then you are able to work on your business. You kickstart your business. That's what we call it. You kickstart your business. And those who already have their business running, they would blow. Working with the SME matter. And we are not only just about business. Of course, the state, in terms of the tax area, we would educate what necessary tools and taxes that needs to be done to generate revenue. Because if the state does not generate the requisite revenue, they are not able to perform all the duties that they need to do. All right? Then for our people who are preparing for retirement, who are working, who want to enter the entrepreneurial world, we call it refinement. We have a beautiful package for you to prepare you into that new journey that you would be embarking on. And then those who want to Jakba, diaspora matters, we would work with you through that journey. So Kudimata says, anything money, Kudimata, if they pay you, talk. And we are here to unhold you with our partners. We see them all seated here to unhold you through that journey for an enjoyable experience. We would make the Niger Delta and Delta State a great place to be so that we are not all moving on to urban areas. We are urbanized and we can actually make this environment great. Welcome everyone to the Kudimata 2024 SME.
And next up, I would like to introduce the beautiful Mrs. Tara Fela Dorotoye. But before that, we'd like to please play a quick video so you have a quick background of what Mrs. Tara is about. Thank you.
Everybody sing.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. So well done to Team Kudimata for 2 years. It is not easy to do business in Nigeria. I heard that Dangote once said that when we all get to heaven and God wants to send some people to hell, he will ask a question. Are you a Nigerian entrepreneur? If your answer is yes, you are going straight to heaven. Because, yes, that's a good place to clap. Do you know why? He said, God will say, you can't go to hell twice. So to him, doing business in Nigeria. So if you see anyone who has done business in Nigeria for 2 years, please give them a round of applause. And Kudimata is the point of contact. Can I hear you give them a round of applause? So I've been asked to talk a little bit about my own journey with one key message. But I want you to know that when you come for this sort of conferences, you're going to get many speakers who come and share one message, 2 messages, 3 messages. And many times when there's a plethora of speakers, you may get inundated with your notebooks, what you've written. I want you to walk away today saying, every speaker that comes, I want to take one message from that speaker. So if there are 5 speakers, I want to take one message from the 5 speakers, so I'll leave here with 5 messages. And the messages is not to be kept in our book. The message is, what am I going to start doing? What am I going to stop doing? What am I going to continue to do? Number 1, what am I going to start doing? What am I going to stop doing? What would I continue doing? So every time you listen to a speaker, there is a message of something you can start doing. There's a message of what you can stop doing, and there's also a message of what you can continue doing. Are you committing to do that today? Okay, so my own key message that I want you to take away, after everything I'm going to say, I'm a storyteller, I like to tell stories. And I like to use relatable stories, stories that I am familiar with, especially stories of my own journey in my 26 years. So every point I will share, I will go back to a story from House of Tara. They didn't read my bio. Oh, can you see me there? Can you see me? Can you see that small girl? This was my first bridal job. So for those who do not know me, I'm the founder of House of Tara. It's a business I founded 26 years ago, but I started as a bridal makeup artist. So this was my very first job. My bride was the daughter of the chief of naval staff, Bosse Ayinla. She's now Bosse Fashion. I created the trend that you see today in the beauty industry. I was the first bridal makeup artist in Nigeria. So I singularly-handedly built an entire industry. When I started, I didn't know it was possible. I didn't even know that from my small makeup box, I started with 15,000 naira, that I could build a business that could have retail branches across Nigeria. So there's a House of Tara in Kano, Kaduna, Ibadan, Port Harcourt, Uyo, Enugu, Asaba, Benin, in Lagos, Lekki, Surulere, Amuwo Odofin, Yaba. And outside of Nigeria, we have offices in Ghana. We have our products being sold in Botswana, Namibia. We've trained more than 25,000 beauty entrepreneurs, makeup artists, and beauty entrepreneurs. When I started as that young makeup artist, I didn't know it was possible. L'Oreal is the largest beauty company in the world. They came to Nigeria and they wanted to distribute one of their brands called Maybelline. They came to House of Tara to ask us to be their retail distributing partner. When I started as that young girl, I didn't know it was possible. Stanford University wrote a case study that is being used by Ivy League universities around the world. So if you go to Harvard website, you can buy a House of Tara case study. When I started, I didn't know that it was possible. When I started, I did not know that House of Tara could win an award as one of the top 100 best companies to work for in Nigeria. I didn't know. I didn't know that our business could develop training centers across the country where makeup artists can be trained and they can be placed. We currently have a partnership with Lagos State Government where we train and place people. When I started, I didn't know this was possible. The question for you who's starting today is, do you know what is possible? You don't. But I can tell you, you have what it takes to start from where you are. And why am I saying this? I came here to do this makeup job. You can see how small I was in this picture. I was a university undergraduate. I was studying law at the Lagos State University. I didn't know that this could become an entire industry where today people will study law, study medicine, study chemistry, leave it, and come out and become makeup artists. We created the first Nigerian makeup line, the very first Nigerian brand that you say, this is owned by Nigerian powder, foundation, lipstick. When I started this, I didn't know. But what I know is that I had enough to start from where I was. And I want you to also know that this is my key message today, that you have enough to start from where you are. At this time, I didn't know I could have children. I could get married. And now I've been married 23 years. I have 3 sons, all my children are in university. It is possible, even though I didn't know, but I had it inside of me. So what I'm saying to you who's starting a business today is you have enough to start from where you are. I did it, and one seed became a tree, became a forest, has become an entire industry. It has shaped a continent because one person decided, I can't do it. So I'm calling you out to also take courage to do it. There's another word that we use for money in this place. Kudi. That's why we've been talking about Kudi matters, right? And we've been saying that Kudi actually matters. But I also believe that there's a kind of currency that we sometimes do not reflect on. We are so conscious of this money exchange that we talk about, cash, naira movement. But there's some currency that you have that you're not aware of. I want to open your eyes a little bit. And for those who already see it, I want to amplify it. For those who have been amplified, I want you to become the gospel sharer of it. That everything is not money. Everything is not cash. One thing that is a currency is goodwill. Can I hear you tell your neighbor goodwill? Goodwill. Goodwill. Goodwill, there's a prayer I love. The prayer, it says, may God give us what money can buy, what money cannot buy. There are some things that money cannot buy. And one of the things I've come to realize is there are 3 R's and 3 ways that you can acquire goodwill. What is goodwill? Goodwill is when somebody sees you and has a friendly feeling towards you. Some people call it favor. Some people call it benevolence. They want to assist. They want to add value. That is what goodwill is. For some businesses, companies, when they have been built into conglomerates and they are being sold, somebody will say, we're not just only selling their physical assets, we're also selling an intangible asset called their goodwill. It is their reputation. It is their brand. And how do you acquire goodwill? How do you acquire this sense of friendliness towards you? How do you acquire this sense of favor or benevolence? I have 3 R's that I want us to remember from today. Number 1 is relationships. Relationships. Number 2 is reputation. Number 2, my second R is reputation. My third R is resilience. Relationships are an asset. Relationship is assets. And many times we are thinking we need money, 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 and sometimes it's not money you need. It's to activate a relationship. And relationship is really an exchange of value. When you're in a relationship with someone, you bring value, you receive value, you give value, you take value. That is in that human relationship. But as a business owner, sometimes, you want to start a business. You're thinking, I need a bank loan. I need funding. And you allow yourself to stop moving because you don't have funding. Can you imagine if I sat and said I needed funding and I didn't start this business? What would have happened? The lives that have been impacted by me starting would not have happened. Simply because I didn't just do it. So relationship, I tell a story of when I first started. I told you I like to tell stories. The first bridal job that you saw here was because someone who knows me went to this bride to say, I know a lady who's an upcoming makeup artist. They didn't even know what makeup artist was at the time. Even the word makeup artist was not in our vocabulary. But the lady said, oh, really? What will she do? And they invited me to do a test run. That person who recommended me had a relationship with me. It is that relationship that got her to recommend me. But first of all, I told them, everyone around me, what I was doing, what I was capable of doing. I sold myself, but I sold myself to the people, my circle of influence around me. As we're starting our businesses, let us begin to think of, who do I need to tell? Who do I need to tell? Within my circle of influence, who do I know? Which relationships can I speak about what it is I am doing? And many times when we think about relationships, never underestimate anyone because you don't know what they are capable of doing. The person who made that recommendation was the one who sparked up this trend that you see today. It was based on relationship. I give another story. As we started to grow, of course, I started as a makeup artist. Over the years, I started a training school. I started training people. From training people, I started producing my own makeup brand. I had my own lipstick, powder, foundation. But before I started lipstick and foundation, I needed manufacturers. Nigeria didn't have manufacturers who manufacture lipsticks, powders. I could have used that as an excuse to sit down. Am I correct? But there was a young guy who used to come to my small store. I had a small store in Victoria Island. And he used to come, he used to do work for Access Bank. And every time he comes to Access Bank, they will say to him, he should wait. Instead of him to wait in the bank, he will come to my own small store to while away time, okay? And what was happening? This was a relationship that I was building, isn't it? One day, I just said to him, I want to manufacture my brushes. He said, I said, do you know anybody in China? Because he had told me he had a Chinese visa. This is why it's important for us to develop relationships. And when I talk about relationship, I talked about exchange of value. Listen, the exchange of value is that he's coming to my store, he sits down to while away time, we chit-chat, right? He leaves and goes to do his business. In our chit-chat, there's an exchange. And the exchange is a conversation about what he is doing, his interest. Then he says to me he has Chinese visa. I'd forgotten. As we started to talk, he's now told me, I said, that your Chinese visa, how did you get it? This is many years ago. And then he said, he has a friend who has a friend who is a Chinese. So I said, I want to manufacture my own brushes. He said, okay, I can introduce you to them. That's how this guy took me. Relationship, yet again. What did I say? He took me to the Chinese couple, their house. They don't speak English, okay? But I had a little baby, I'd just given birth. And they were playing with the baby. Chinese, they were not allowed to have, I think, more than one child or so. So whenever they see babies, they were excited. I told them what I wanted to do. They listened, but they were not interested in what I was doing. They were more interested in the baby. Soon, a young man came to serve me juice as a visitor. The young man was the one that served the juice, but he was also the young man that opened the gates when I drove in. After I left the couple, they said they would get back to me. They didn't get back to me. One day, I got a phone call from that young man who served the juice. He called me on the phone, and he said to me, my name, fantastic. My name is so-and-so. I was the one that opened the gate for you when you came to see my boss. You know what this couple used to do? This Chinese couple, they don't speak English, but they were importers of footwear to Nigeria. They will bring to Nigeria and sell in the big markets, Aba market, Kano market. But they will ask young Chinese students who learned English in China, but need a place where they can practice their English. Okay? So they will come as interns to Nigeria and stay with them for about a year. So this guy comes to me and says, I am on my way back to China. And this business you talked about is too small for my boss. But you and I can go into a partnership where I can produce for you. And what he basically said to me was, I am young, I'm going back home, I need to start a business. Your business still seems small enough for me. Can I make you a sample? And I said yes. He made me my first sample makeup brushes. When they arrived, you know when you buy your first car, and in the morning you go outside to check whether the car is still there? That was how excited I was when I saw the samples. Those samples became the beginning of that long-term relationship. Till today, he's still a partner with us at House of Tara, manufacturing our cosmetics for us. Relationships. Relationships. I tell you one more story about relationships before I move to the next item. I needed a bank loan. Now the business has grown. We've started our own products. As we're growing the business, growing the products, I needed more money to invest into the business so we could grow. And I'd asked for a bank loan from the bank and they didn't give me. So I had a chance to meet an older woman who I knew, I don't know her that closely, but I knew that one of her businesses was, at the time, also being run partnership with a Nigerian bank. So I went to her and I said, I have this challenge. And she said, I will book a meeting with you so that you can see someone within that bank. That was a relationship. I went to the bank and they gave me my very first bank loan in my business because of one relationship that led to another relationship. That's my first R. The second R, I want us to know that you can acquire goodwill, not just from relationships, you can also acquire goodwill from repu. You remember I told the story about how I got the first bank loan. I paid back that loan. And I remember seeing this bank MD at an event. And I walked up to him and I said, sir, I just wanted to let you know that I paid back that loan. And he said to me, I knew you would pay back the loan. And when he said to me, then he called me later on to say, are you interested in us renewing that loan? Are you interested in us renewing that loan? What was he saying? You've proven yourself to be a person of integrity. Now you have a reputation with me, and therefore I am willing to go further with you. Ladies and gentlemen, when we have opportunities to prove that we are people of integrity, don't miss out on it, because it's an investment in your goodwill bank. It's an investment in your goodwill bank. Every time you say, I will do this, and you do it, you are investing in your goodwill bank. That reputation was what got that loan to be renewed. At this time, banks will tell you they can't give you loan because you don't have collateral. And I told them at the time, I don't have collateral, what I have is my products. This MD wrote on it and said, this person, based on what I have seen of her, she will continue to pay back the loan. Let's use that opportunity to build our own goodwill by being people of integrity. That's number 2 for reputation. The third one is resilience. And that's my closing note. Resilience is your ability to come back. Your ability to be hit and to be able to come back. To have a comeback. Because as you start your business, there is no season that there'll be no season where you will not have difficulty. You will always have difficulty. From the startup stage, there is difficulty. Sometimes it's that the landlord will tell you you have to pay 3 years rent in advance for a shop, right? And you have to look for the money, stress to get that money to pay that rent. Sometimes it's about the difficulty of having enough cash flow so that you can pay that rent. In other cases, is that you work with somebody and they cheated you. The staff stole and carried your things away. Those are real challenges. I had them. I had many of them, but I'm still standing and growing because I can and you can. It's your ability to bounce back. It's the ability to take something out of a time that you fell. You went on the ground, but rather than stay on the ground, you picked up something and came out of it. So I'm saying this to say relationships will give you goodwill. I'm saying reputation will give you goodwill. But resilience will also give you goodwill. How? The government of Netherlands approached me about 3 years ago. And they said, through their country manager, we would like you to work on a project with us. We want you to train young women and young men in makeup artistry across Nigeria. We, government of Netherlands, want to fund it. But we cannot give it to just anybody. We can only give it to somebody who has been doing this before. They have a track record. But somebody who we can also trust. They know that I've been training. I was training before they came. But the country manager for Nigeria said, I came to University of Benin when he was still a student there to run a training program for students at that time. Today, he sits on the committee that's able to sign, I don't want to call the figure for you, so nobody will lynch me after, right? But not Naira. That a government is saying, I see that you have unemployment issues in Nigeria. If we can work with a reputable brand, we will be able to train people and empower them and get them to become actively engaged in the society. That could only have come because, number one, there's a reputation. But also, what the man was rewarding was my resilience. I saw you 100 years ago, you are still here. I saw you 20 years ago, you are still here. I saw you 10 years ago, and you are still here. That is what resilience means. There's a reward for resilience. Keep at it, persevere, keep pushing. You never know when somebody is coming with your breakthrough. So my charge to everyone who's here is never think to yourself, I don't have enough to start from where I am. You may not have money, but you have relationships. You may not have money, but you have a reputation. You may not have money, but you have resilience to speak for you. And your reputation is, what do men say about you when you're not in that room? What do people say about you? You had the opportunity to create a reputation today. Be nice to the person who's sitting beside you as a way to develop a relationship, to invest in your reputation, and to think that when I start my business, I will have setbacks, like Tara said. But I must persevere, keep at it, because I never know when that small thing that I'm starting today can become a big thing. God bless you, and God bless Delta State.
Kaki no be leather.
Next up, we have none other than Moody Africa. May I get a round of applause for Mr. Moody?
Let me say, me go to my seniors that are here. Well, I won't say more because of time. My story is a 30-year story. I'm not here to lecture you, but to tell you what I've gone through to build a brand for 30 years. First of all, you must know what you are going into. You must have the talent. You must build on your talent by training. After the training, you must have the confidence in yourself. The belief that it is possible that I can make it. Most people here, as I walking here, I saw a lot of young guys walking into the hall. I was so impressed because we have so many youth these days, they don't want to work. They want quick money. So the youth that are here, let me tell you that you have so many friends, brothers who are into Yahoo. Please don't look at them. Some of them, you see, they're actually destined to be successful in life because they don't have faith in themselves. They want to make quick money. So please, first of all, believe in yourself that it is possible and can make it through genuine work. Whatever thing you are into, believe in yourself that it is possible that I can make it. When I started my friends, they were calling me Taylor. Oh, Moody. Now, Taylor, you won't go into, but I just, that it is possible I get to where I want to get to. Having faith in myself, knowing that what I'm going into, I know the job, I've done the training, then I have the style to interpret my ideas, so I go into full-time tailoring. I started from one-room apartment, from there to two-bedroom flats, from there to my own property bought in Anthony. So thank you. For 30 years, I've been doing just one thing. People tell you that you can go into different means of making money, fine. But you can actually stick to one thing and do it well and make money. It is possible. So my new office in Anthony opened December. A friend of mine who, I saw him like 10 years ago, he walked into the office, he looked at me, he's from Warri. He said, Moody, I didn't say you be carpenter if you still do well. Because I do my job with so much passion, focus, and the discipline. Even the level I am now, I still get to work 7 a.m. 7 in the morning, I'm in my office. So if, for example, you are a designer, I'm a designer, you get to your work by 10, you delegate from home, I get to off my work 7. There's no way we can be on the same level. In life, what you put in what you get. So you must have discipline in whatever you are going into. You must have the drive, you must have the talent, and you must believe in yourself that it is possible and make it through this job. I can boldly say, with all sense of humility, I'm the first Nigerian designer to have a purpose-built fashion house in Africa. So I'm the first Nigerian designer to have shop outside Nigeria. Not 1, not 2, 4. And they are there with official cars attached to each of the shops. Not franchise. So I'm saying all this because I know that whatever you are into, a youth who is here, please sit down, believe in yourself that it is possible and make it. Just have that faith. Please, have that faith. Because of time, I won't say much, so you have to bear with me, but please, have faith in yourself. If you want to go into whatever thing you want to go into, know the job, go through the training, believe in yourself, have focus, have drive, and above all, have discipline. Discipline is key. Why discipline is key? Because, take for instance, they are designers. They go hang out. Nothing wrong in hanging out. They call it networking for clients. They close as early as 5 o'clock, go out networking. They go to club, relax with friends. They leave the job to their staff. The staff you leave the job to do on your behalf may not have the mentality that you have, the same spirit that you have. So you must sit with your job, have the focus what you do. So there was a time that I was interviewed, live television in Lagos. I said something that actually most people were surprised. They asked me a question that what didn't I want to say that would surprise people? I said, for me, I'm married to 2 wives. My job is my first wife, while my matrimonial wife is my second wife. I don't play with my job. I don't joke with my work. I put in so much, in fact, I put in my blood into what I do. That is why I can boldly say that the level I am today, because my lifestyle, people feel that, this guy is a billionaire. No, it's not about money, but it's about self-worth and having talent in what you do. So please, if you are a youth here, sit down, get back home today, sit down, what can I do? A lot you can do. So many big men you see in Nigeria have one problem or the other. Solve their problem and make money from it. Solve that problem and make money. You can be a gardener, you trim flowers. If you have, for example, you trim flowers for someone like Uncle Macaulay. You trim flowers in his house, and the way trimmed. If someone like the chief of staff walk into his house, Uncle, I like who trim your flowers? One boy, Thomas. Give me the worst number. 2 clients. From there, 2, 3. If in a month, you send your bill to them, 500,000 naira to trim. Don't pay them on a daily basis. You send your bill end of the month. They pay you 5,000 naira, 500, 2 million naira. Your friends who were laughing you down, now that night to the flower they trim, most times they'll end up begging you money because they feel that whatever thing you are into is too small. No job is small. Our rich men have problems. Just solve their problem. Whether you're a mechanic, solve their problem, you make money. Solve their problem, you make money. There's so much money to be made in Nigeria. A friend of mine relocated 2 weeks ago. I told him, well, why are you traveling? If your destiny is tied to Nigeria and you relocate, you just roam, not you achieve. There's people who are destiny is tied to this country. Nothing wrong in relocating or Jacpa. But if you think if your destiny is tied here and you relocate, you just roam and come back, not you will achieve. So please have a faith in yourself. Believe that it is possible and achieve success in what I want to go into. Whether you're a mechanic, you're a vulcanizer, package yourself well as a vulcanizer. There are tires will puncture every time. People will spare the tires, so keep the job for you. Whether you're a tiler, you are a mechanic, just do. Why I'm saying this, because when I started, people were telling me, oh, tailor. My friends were mocking me, tailor. I want to go into tailoring. But I just have that confidence that it is possible that I can make it. So please, as you're living here today, have that faith that it is possible that I do well in whatever thing I want to go into. Please. Thank you very much.
Next up, I would like to introduce none other but Barrister Frank Omosigo. May we please have a big round of applause for Mr. Barrister Frank Omosigo.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are all welcome to this conference. I thank the organizers of this conference. It's not easy to stage such a conference. Kudimata, I give you people thumbs up. It's not easy. You're doing wonderfully well. I have been called upon to speak on legal matters. We are here to talk about business, money. How do you make money? And we have looked at it that most businesses suffer because they are not registered. And we have come to tell you, in your doing your business, you must change the way you do your business. Businesses must be registered. And to register business doesn't cost anything. All you need to do, access the Corporate Affairs Commission, go there, give a name, and with 5,000, 10,000 naira, you have your name registered. That's it. I am a lawyer called to the Nigerian Bar, 15 years post-experience in my law practice. I'll tell you, as of today, I don't have what we call CV. When I was called to bar to practice law, I had a senior, Richard, he called me, Frank, can you go and do this matter for me in court? I said, yes, I can go. It's not like I can go, but I needed that money. That's the kudi, I needed the money. He gave me this case file, go there, that the matter is for motion. I was wondering, what is motion? I don't even understand what this man is saying. I was reading through the case file, motion. I was looking for motion. I'm not seeing motion. But he used the term as a lawyer, motion means you have an application to make to the court. Luckily for me, on that very day, my matter was the last. So I sat down, I was looking at how other lawyers were doing their matter. And when you go to court, the judge will not tell you what to do. It's you that will conduct your matter. So I looked at, the first person said my matter was for motion. The judge said yes. The other person, my matter was for hearing. The judge said yes. And I now take cue from there. I said, oh, is it how it's done? So I was able to manage to do that matter. And I learned that, okay, that is how you do a matter for motion. And I ended the 3,000 naira because I wanted the money. All of us that are here want money. But money cannot just come to you. You must work for the money. Is it right? You must work to earn money. If you don't work, you cannot earn money. Most of us here are graduates. We are in search of job. There is no job. the government will not give you the job. The labor market is saturated with so many persons that are unemployed. The minimum wage fight is still there. It's still a mirage. There is no agreement. And we have come to say today, as a young man, that you can't get a job for yourself. You can set up yourself on your own without any person giving you an employment, and you can have your own employment and even extend to other persons. In that little thing that you do, you must have passion. That's number one. If you don't have passion for what you do, you cannot succeed. You must have passion. You must see that you love that thing. And when you love that thing, you grow that thing. You grow that thing, and that thing will begin to grow. You put all the time you have in that thing you are doing. If you don't have passion in that thing you are doing, I tell you, you miss it. You can't make it. Trust me. You can't make it. And I'm telling young persons that are here that there are lots of things that you can do as a person. You need not wait for the government. We are the youth. 70% of the persons that are here are youth. I agree, right? They are youth. And why we are here is because we want to know how we can get something from Kudimata, right? We want to take something. But it's not just taking something. We want, even when you take something, that thing that you take, you grow it, you build it. Each and every one of us have something to do. But we are looking at the big job, the white-collar job. You don't want to start little. The Bible says, despise not the days of little beginning. There's always a beginning. But you have fear to start. You don't want to start. Just start it and love that thing you are doing. When you love it, you have passion for that thing. It's like a mother that is pregnant. She's conceiving a child. The first month, she's already picturing a baby that the baby is going to be giving birth to. And she keeps that child. You must love that thing you are doing. You must persevere in that thing. You must do it with passion. If you don't have passion, trust me, for that thing you are doing, you cannot make it. You can't make it. As I stand to you, I am 15 years post-call in my law practice. And I can tell you, it's been good. I started, like I said, with just 3,000 naira appearance fee, like we call it. Go and appear. But today, I have my own law firm. They're in Port Harcourt. I have more than 6 lawyers working under me as I speak. Today, I have 4 matters in court. I am not there. They are appearing for me. Money is coming. I have tutored them on what they will do there. And I'm also here doing my business. So we are saying, in that thing that you do, you must have passion for it. Everybody wants money, but money will not come to you except you work money to come. You must work it to come. You must work it, your hand. The Bible did not say God will bless. He said God will bless the works of your hand. These are hands. What can you do? You are not thinking of what you can do. Like the other speaker said, Moody, there is a lot to be done. Barbers, tailors, the makeup artists, the bricklayers, the messy men. There is a lot. The society needs you. But you don't want to go for that. I tell people there is nothing wrong. Even when you go through school, you still go and learn a vocation. That's why we are here. You can still do it. Even when you go through school, the job is not coming. For how long have you been waiting? You have your CV. Myself, I don't have a CV. I tell people, I don't have CV. I don't know what it's like to have a CV. I don't have it. Even when I was called to come and speak here, say my CV. I said, what CV? I have never written an application in my life that I'm seeking for a job. Not me. I don't. But by the sheer grace of God, I can look back and say, truly, I am successful in my law practice. So what I'm telling you today, that youths that are here, we are the future. How are you the future? Is it not from today you walk? You begin to build it. A house, you must lay the foundation. You want to build a house. I want to own a car. You must begin to start to work from today. And we here are telling you at Kudimata that we have persons like myself, the 2 previous speakers, that we are available to grow you, to school you, to tutor you, to guide you. That this thing is possible. You can make money for yourself. You can make money for yourself. Like I said, businesses should be registered. When you register your business, you begin to let people know. People want the big business. No, not the big one. You can start as little as you can. Like the speaker said, just start as little as you can. and begin to grow that thing. Begin to grow that thing. When you grow it, it will get to become very big. You cannot have big if you don't have small. Is it right? You cannot have big if you don't have small. So all we are saying is that, yeah, we want to guide you. We want to school you. We want to tutor you on how you can do your business with ease. So what we are telling you that Kudimata, they have come to tell you, in this part of this region, Niger Delta State to be precise, we have come to capture you people. They want to capture you and teach you how to do business. And do business the modern way. Do business the legal way. By so doing, you can have a living for yourself. Thank you for coming, and God bless.
I'm heading for the city, and that's my home.
All right, so we would bring on yet another speaker, Miss AB.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, participants, and the organizers of this beautiful event. My name is Ebimobere Niekpemi, and it is a deep honor to speak to you today on agriculture in MSME sector. It's actually SME, but this is MSME, World MSME Week. So I decided to put the M because we still have some micro businesses here. I want to say a very big thank you to Kudimata, the CEO Kudimata, for putting up this, because business is not complete without financial literacy. So that is why we're all here, and she's going to take us on financial literacy. Most people know about me, but a brief background is I'm an expert in plant science and aquaculture and aquatic resource management. And I believe Nigeria's world, the Niger Delta world, is in innovative production and utilization of our resources. Resources, I mean the agricultural and ecological resources in our region. We all know we are fully blessed with that. What I'm speaking on is on skills acquisitions and entrepreneurship development. Skill acquisition is very important when we're talking about business. In business, it's not finance first, but what you have first, because you can't give what you don't have. Skill acquisition is very crucial in this challenging world, and where we have so much opportunities in the Niger Delta. But with the right skills, we can be able to take advantage of the agricultural and ecological resources around us. If I never had the skills, I wouldn't be where I am today. So it all starts from skills. And Kudimatas have put this together for us to acquire skills to start our various businesses, either micro, medium, small, and the rest. So apart from skill acquisition, I'm also going to talk about entrepreneurship development. We have to build different entrepreneurship cultures in the Niger Delta region to be able to utilize all the resources we have, from agricultural and ecological resources. We have the right environment, we have the enough land, the beautiful weather. So while doing that, the cultures we need to build as youth, as entrepreneurs in the Niger Delta region, is a culture to farm our resources. Farming our resources means you can't leave what you have in the Niger Delta region and expect others to come farm them. Before now, we were known in the Niger Delta region, we believed that vegetable crops like tomatoes, cucumbers cannot grow in this region. And other people were bringing in seeds and trying to see how they grow. If you Google onion in Biafra land, you will see a picture of my onion produce. But they said onion in Biafra land. That shows that the Niger Delta soil has the nutrient and water holding capacity to produce food that will feed us in the Niger Delta region.
The soil is so fertile because of the continuous decomposition of our organic matters over the years. We keep looking at the oil. What are the cultures as youths, as people of the Niger Delta region? The cultures we can build beyond oil, farming our resources. So we should look inward within our system, within our environment, and farm our resources. The second culture to build as entrepreneurs is passion, love for what you do. If you don't have passion, you face little challenges, you break down. You say, I can't do this, I can't kill myself. So passion is very important. So whatever you are doing, whatever business you are doing that is bringing money to your table, you need to be emotionally attached to it. Other culture you should build is resilience and consistency. Thinking of solving a problem is another culture that we should build as young business people. It's World MSME Week, so it's about micro, small, and medium businesses. We need to think how to solve a problem. In solving a problem, you are exchanging value for money. I spend so much in investing in myself, and I'm advising all the young businesses today to spend. Take time to invest in yourself. Spend money. Kudimata is giving us financial literacy today for free. You are not paying for it. But if you also see where you pay, if it happens that you have to pay for it, because knowledge is not free. Money can't buy knowledge, because it's in you. And you can as well transfer that same knowledge and get paid for it. So self-investment is so critical. I spend so much in investing in myself to the fact that sometimes in a year I will have up to 2 international trips just for more trainings. And I spend money for it. I talked about consistency and resilience is the key to success. In order to be successful entrepreneur, it takes consistent efforts and resilience to get through the tough times. Being a successful entrepreneur requires more than just wanting to do our best. Sometimes difficult situations may come up and we need to restructure the system. When the business becomes so tough, you need to reset and restructure the system so that you can push forward for success. The Niger Delta region, we have to change our mindset. Be success focused. Changing our mindset is a mindset from thinking our leaders are the problem. We know there are problems, but let's talk less of the problem and focus on what we can do right. Focus on what we can do right. Change of mindset. You are consistent because you're success focused. Everyone can rewrite their stories. All you need is a success focused mindset. In order to be consistent, to be your best self, it requires looking at the vision board and rewriting it again. Transferring skills to people in return will make them to build entrepreneurship skills by farming, and they grow these crops. After the transfer of skills, they were empowered with the right resources, which is what Kudimata is doing today. Skill acquisition and then empowering youth with the resources to develop their businesses. And at the end of the day, these women, this is Delta State. They had their production and make sales, meaning businesses are not developed. So from knowledge acquisition first, before even the finance, and then giving them the resources to develop businesses, we can continue to build our resilient businesses in the Niger Delta region. My goal is to see that livelihood improvement in the Niger Delta for not just sustainability, but also for profitable sustainability. Because we keep preaching about it has to be sustainable. If it's just sustainable, it will sustain us for now. But it is profitable, meaning it has to sustain us and it has to also make profit for us. My goal is to see people become aware and take advantage of the agricultural and ecological resources, wealth of the Niger Delta region. Let's look around us rather than going elsewhere. Jakpai, looking for things up there, greener pasture. We should look inward. We have fishery resources. Start from somewhere. Kudimata is here to train you to start from somewhere. Without awareness and intellectual knowledge or skills, a seed of investment cannot sprout. Even if it does, it won't have vigor. I'm a plant scientist, and that's why I make that statement. Because if you don't have the right knowledge that Kudimata is giving us today, no matter how you sow that seed of investment, give them money, it won't sprout. Even if it does, it won't last, it won't have vigor. After a while, from the plant science point, it will die back. Let us work together. The government office here, Kudimata's expert in agricultural field, to lead the way in achieving food and nutrition security and driving economic prosperity across the Niger Delta region. I commend Kudimata Nigeria Limited for the commitment to promoting financial literacy, skill acquisition, and mentorship among youths and women. Initiatives like apprenticeship programs and business support services will catalyze for nurturing the next generation of agricultural leaders in the Niger Delta region. Thank you for taking your time to listen.
May I now also introduce the co-founder, Mr. Lennox of Kudimata, to the stage, please.
All right, so we have some goodwill messages from our directors, Kudimata Nigeria Limited. I'll be reading them. All right, we have a goodwill message from our chairman, Mr. Benga Oyebode, MFR, founder and chairman, Aluko and Oyebode. It says here, the Niger Delta Viewpoint, Small Medium Enterprise, NDVP, SME 2024 Summit. I want to take a moment to thank you for the invitation to present a goodwill message at the opening ceremony of the summit and to congratulate Kudimata Nigeria Limited on this initiative to promote financial literacy, skill acquisition, apprenticeship, and mentorship amongst the youths in the Niger Delta region. Kudimata has been playing an important role with a mission to providing financial education, empowerment, and training to individuals and small-scale businesses. This is truly inspiring and a testament to hard work, dedication, and positive spirit, which will promote entrepreneurship development in the Niger Delta region and reduce dependency on oil and gas. Accept my congratulations on this. I wish you a continued success. Yours sincerely, signed, Benga Oyebode. All right, we have a goodwill message from one of our directors, Stephen Osadgede Orunsoya, CFR. It says, I am delighted to be a part of the Niger Delta Viewpoint, Small Medium Enterprise NDVP SME, Financial Literacy and Skill Acquisition Summit, which will be conducted at the Dome in Asaba, Delta State, under the theme Financial Literacy and Skill Acquisition, a journey to self-actualization. I commend the Delta State government and the Kudimata team for the foresight in promoting fundamental financial literacy, skill acquisition, apprenticeship, and mentorship among youths and women in the Niger Delta area. I would also like to congratulate the coordinators for their successful collaboration in transforming this aspiration into a tangible reality by combining human and capital resources. Stakeholders in the Niger Delta region have, for an excessive amount of time, permitted the heavy reliance on oil and the respective administrations in the region to stifle the potential of our people. This is why every genuine citizen and friend of the region should endorse initiatives specifically designed to benefit the youth and women. I have examined the array of activities scheduled for the one-day event and anticipate significant results, including a reduction in crime rate, a shift in mentality, and a decrease in reliance on the government. Our primary objective is to increase the number of women and juvenile entrepreneurs in the region. In line with your pledge, I encourage you to ensure that no one is overlooked in your pursuit and capacity development, sustainable business development, employment opportunities for youth and women, and the development of effective, efficient, and transformative stewardship. I hope you have a successful summit and you can make a positive impact in the Niger Delta. Yours sincerely, Stephen Osagiede Orunsoyan, CFR. One more from our Director 2, Evelyn Ndali Oputu, OON. The Niger Delta Viewpoint Summit, organized by Kudimata Nigeria Limited, demonstrates dedication, selflessness, and an honest representation of the enormous contributions made to the release of many issues faced by women and youths in the Niger Delta. Today, we celebrate the role that Kudimata, its strategic partners, and the government continually play in the promotion of youth and women entrepreneurship in Nigeria at large. Investing more in our people through education, skill development, mentorship, and access to essential services is the primary motivator behind these changes. It involves increasing funding for technical, vocational, and post-secondary education, as well as for science, technology, research, and innovation to develop the skills required to propel the Niger Delta youth and women's transformation. Therefore, we must keep up our relentless efforts to address the main causes of our progress and shared wealth, as well as bring about long-lasting development in the areas where we still have disputes. Regarding this, I would especially want to commend my daughter, Kathleen, and her group for their exceptional work on behalf of national growth. Congratulate everyone who has helped make the Niger Delta Viewpoint Small Medium Enterprise Summit a success. Have a blissful event. Evelyn Ndali Oputu, OON. We also have some goodwill messages with our corporate sponsors present here. They will be called up one after the other. Thank you.
Please, can we get a rep from Prudent Energy to come forward and give a goodwill message?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Delta State, honorably represented by the Chief of Staff to the Delta State Government. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming today. Can we give a hand of applause to Kudimata? Please, let's celebrate them. All right, I will just quickly go to the point and read the goodwill message from the MD, Prudent Energy and Services Limited. It's an immense honor and privilege to address you at this significant event dedicated to transforming the youth and women of the Niger Delta region. My name is Abiola Babantude Ojo. I'm the Managing Director of Prudent Energy and Services Limited. This event represents a beacon of hope and a call to action, urging us all to invest in the potential and the prosperity of our communities beyond the confines of oil and gas industry. The Niger Delta region is rich in natural resources, but its most valuable asset is its people. As an individual and Prudent Energy Services Limited, as an organization, we strongly believe that the vibrant youth and resilient women of this region have the potential to drive economic growth and build sustainable future. The journey begins with transformation of mentality. For far too long, the narrative has been the dependency on oil and the gas sector. While this industry has provided significant economic benefit, it has also created a dependency that limits our vision. We must shift our mindset from dependency to empowerment, from waiting for opportunities to creating them. Skills are the currency of the future. In a rapidly changing global economy, the ability to adapt and acquire new skills is more important than ever. We must prioritize acquiring new skills and access to quality education and training programs that align with the world of today. Whether it is formal education, learning a technical skills such as tailoring, soap making, or technological skills like coding, we must ensure that as youth and women, we have a skill that can sustain our needs. The importance of quality education can never be underestimated. Prudent Energy over the years has supported maritime education and constructed 6 blocks of classroom at Ugareki to show that we value education. To the youth and women here today, I urge you to take advantage of the opportunities before you. Embrace education, seek out mentors, acquire new skills, and dare to dream big. The future of the Niger Delta is in your hand. Your success stories will be the foundation upon which we build a more prosperous and sustainable region. Today, we will be empowering 50 women and youth today. I will continue to support initiatives that empower our youth and women, foster entrepreneurship, and build a sustainable economy. I also want to add that majority of the 50 persons we are supporting today are from our host community, Ogara, in Etiop West local government. Please, let's celebrate that. Finally, let us work together to create a future where the wealth of the Niger Delta is measured not just in the barrel of oil, but in the resilience and prosperity of its people. Thank you so much.
A big thank you to our representative from Prudent Energy. I would now like to call upon a representative from CAC to please come up and give your goodwill message.
Your Excellency, the representative of the Delta State Governor, the Chief of Staff of the Governor of Delta State, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, especially the SMEs here present. Good afternoon. My name is Sani Kabir. I'm representing Corporate Affairs Commission. Your Excellency, Sir Kudimata, they are partners with Corporate Affairs Commission in terms of registering SMEs in Nigeria. And the most important thing here, or what I want you to know, is Kudimata is the first private sector organization since the inception of the Corporate Affairs Commission in 1991 that comes to partner with Corporate Affairs Commission in promoting the activities of small and medium-scale enterprises. And not even that, sir, she went further to go and get discounts of 50% to register a business name in Nigeria. Instead of 10,000 naira, an entrepreneur will now pay 5,000 naira to enter to Kudimata and do it. But for the Kudimata, honestly speaking, Olga, I'm illustrating that, Mr. Chairman, I am also telling you that we are handling her process specially to show you the importance of Kudimata with Corporate Affairs Commission. CAC dedicated a center, a special center where we are handling all the process, all the activities that has to do with Kudimata. Because Kudimata is the first private sector organization to approach us with this kind of partnership. Thank you very much.
And now I would like to call upon our rep from NYSC.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the state, who is here ably represented by our own brother, Prince Johnson Erijo, the Head of Service, who is represented by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development, the founder of Kudimata, that's the general group managing director. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please permit me with that protocol to quickly go into the message from my Director General. I am highly delighted to present a goodwill message on this occasion, organized by Kudimata Nigeria Limited. I have been reliably informed that this program will feature exposition, trade show, empowerment, conference and networking for participants. I sincerely commend Kudimata Nigeria Limited for putting resources together to impart the ideals of skills acquisition, entrepreneurship, and empowerment to our teeming youths. I urge all participants to take advantage of this event to get the best for the actualization of their aspiration and to be self-employed. The relationship between the National Youth Service Corps, Kudimata Nigeria Limited, and NMPC Foundation has come a long way. Our partnership started in May 2022, and that tells you, since the commencement of Kudimata 2 years that we are celebrating today, that NYC has been there all the way. So far, over 34,000 core members have been trained on 8 modules on kickstarting my business. Fundamentals, where eventually 1,100 core members have access to grants to kickstart their businesses, powered by the NMPC Foundation. In addition to this, Kudimata has facilitated a waiver on business registration at 50% discount to over 30,000 core members by the Corporate Affairs Commission. We are looking forward to a more robust relationship that will further strengthen the NYC Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Program. Ladies and gentlemen, the NYC SID framework is cradled on the development of SMEs among core members through sensitization, practical training in skill sets, and business development and management. Empowerment with startup capital, all in collaboration with partners in public and private sectors. The NYC SID model is one sure way for growing small and medium-scale enterprises in Nigeria that is capable of addressing the country's perennial youth unemployment, crime, and restiveness. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you.
All right, so let's do this already for Access Bank. Please give a rep from Access Bank a big hand. Right after that, His Excellency would have the podium. Please give a rep of Access Bank a big hand.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Delta State, ably represented by the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Honorable Erijo Johnson. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I'm just standing here to bring greetings from Access Bank. 1, then 2, to also appreciate what Kudimata is doing, not just in Delta State, but in Nigeria as a whole. So please, can we just give them a round of applause? Thank you very much. Okay, so I don't want to do the usual bank thing, but Access Bank is pleased to associate with Kudimata. We've been partnering with youth and women. My bank is particularly interested in anything that has to do with youth and women. And so even when the coordinator, the NYSC coordinator, was talking about corporates that also partner with them, I was happy to also hear that, that he mentioned Access Bank, because I know we also work with them to support youths. So basically why I'm here is to let you know that this bank has in mind the youths, the success of the youths and the women of this country, and in any way that we can partner, any way that we can support, we're always available. I don't want to take too much time, but we all know what banks do, right? So we take from surplus and we give to those people that are looking for money to support their business. I'm the regional manager, Access Bank Delta, so I cover Delta region. So please feel free to hold me anytime, anywhere you see me, as far as Delta State is concerned. So we have branches in Asaba, 3 branches so far. We have in Ugeli. I also cover Ugeli, I cover Sapele, I cover Ole, and then we're coming up with a few other locations. So please, anytime, anywhere, let us know. We're available as a bank to support you. The greetings is from my bank entirely, not just the MD. The entire bank sends its greetings. So that's why I cannot say I'm speaking for any particular person. Everybody is interested in what is happening in this place at this point in time, and we'll continue to support. Thank you very much. God bless you.
So I would now like to please call upon His Excellency Governor Sheriff, represented by Chief of Staff Prince Johnson Erijo. May we please give him a big round of applause as he comes upon the stage, please.
Please, may we all be seated. Thank you so much. The Accountant General and the Permanent Secretary, the MD Kudimata, all other chief executive here present, particularly the special keynote, all the other key speakers who have given talk in this conference. Well, I stand to represent our dear Governor, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oborowori, in making a remark on this occasion. So I'm going to give the remark that is very brief. So the training of youths and women in self-actualizing knowledge and skill to make them economically independent is a most welcome development that is as conceptualized by Kudimata here today. The time has come to wean our people, especially the youth, from sole dependence on government for the provision of all human capital development mechanisms, especially through white-collar jobs. Government alone cannot employ everybody. It has therefore become necessary to train our people in various areas where they can become entrepreneurs, grow their businesses, and become employers of labor. So we have listened to various key speakers who have spoken to our young entrepreneurs here today on how they have grown their businesses to success. And we are here to gather the skill on financial literacy, which I think is very, very crucial. I am happy this program will train our people in financial literacy. This way, small and medium entrepreneur can find their way in independently negotiating and accessing funds to grow their businesses. thereby creating opportunities for them to become employers of labor. Acquisition of skills in various fields is another sure avenue for self-development and empowerment. In the past few years, the Delta State government has trained thousands of youth, both male and female, particularly this administration in the last few months. As we mark 1 year in office, we have carried out a lot of training programs in our various MDAs, be it in the Ministry of Youth Development, the Girl Child, in our various MDAs in various skills acquisition. Acquisition of skills in various fields is another sure avenue of self-development and empowerment. In the past few years, the state government has trained thousands of youth, as I've mentioned earlier, in skill acquisition in various fields and empowered them to start their choosing businesses on their own. Now, after this training, it has become very exigent that this angle of financial literacy should be incorporated, and we saw the need in working as partners, sincerely believing that working with Kudimata Limited, a sizable pool of entrepreneurs capable of revolutionizing SMEs in Delta State, will be encouraged and built. But we also know that more needs to be done, particularly in the area of managing finances, which is why we are here today. So it is not just sufficient to manage the little finances or probably the stipend that we give as a state government, but also acquiring the necessary skill and literacy for you to be able to grow your businesses to success. I think this is crucial. It is noteworthy that this initiative, as conceptualized by Kudimata, covers catering, fashion, IT, both soft and hardware, farming, manufacturing. The farming aspect has demonstrated to us by I think the MD of, is it Afri-Tropic or something? Okay, that is beautiful. And I think we are proud that she is a Dalton, and that is quite encouraging, and because she's a young person. And we are proud of her because she's doing so much in the agricultural sector. These arrays of skill acquisition is capable of making participants economically self-reliant. I am sure that all of us here, the young people, for whom and the women for whom we are gathered here today, may have learned, like the first speaker, the founder of Tara, House of Tara, gave to us one or two things from all the various speakers on how we can grow our various businesses as young people. So we are quite very encouraged to be part of this program. And I think as a government, we will continually partner with Kudimatas like NYC has done, and even CAC and other corporate organizations who are involved in various training programs of our youth. I understand that, of course, we have a large number of youths that are here today, courtesy Kudimata in conjunction with the energy company from Ogara. So we quite appreciate this self-effort because we are encouraged that the gospel of supporting government in getting our youth meaningfully engaged is being yielded to. I want to thank very especially, I think, NYC for the partnership that you have over the years, the past 2 years of, because if we see the activities of Kudimata, one is tempted to say that they have existed over the years. So that is why probably in In my remark, I keep referring to them over the years, but in their very short lifetime, which is just 2 years, they have made very giant strides, and that is quite commendable. And so thank you, NYC, and thank you, CAC, for that partnership that, of course, has granted them the privilege of reducing up to 50% of registration costs for our young and enterprising entrepreneurs. So thank you very much. We can't acknowledge that, and I'm sure that I'm told too that there is a standing point here where such registration could be done today. So for those of them who are here who are going to receive some stipend, I will encourage them as well to go to the corner, maybe at the break or at the end of the event for such registration so that they get their business properly registered. Thank you so much, and may God bless all of us.
Hello, my people. I guess say you get something where they make una border. Solution is your land. Me talk say I no tell you make me follow the ladder. Six money problems so they pay you. When they give you consign for your answer. When they make you run kitty kitty, they run kete kete. No dollar rara, cha cha don't learn. That back what a time for your matter. When they make you feel like say you don't matter. No stress, run down with the new shop. Sharply download the app cause it Kudimata. Kudimata. For your financial solution, we go give you attention. Kudimata. Financial advisory, we go touch like the matter. We go pull your temper. Kudimata. Hello, my people. I guess say you get something where they make una border. Solution is your land. Me talk say I no tell you make we follow the ladder. Six money problems so they pay you. When they give you consign for your answer. When they make you run kitty kitty, they run kete kete. No dollar rara, cha cha don't learn. That back what a time for your matter. When they make you feel like say you don't matter. No stress, run down with the new shop. Sharply download the app cause it Kudimata. Kudimata. For your financial solution, we go give you attention. Kudimata. Financial advisory, we go touch like the matter. We go pull your temper. Kudimata. Hello, my people. I guess say you get something where they make una border. Solution is your land. Me talk say I no tell you make me follow the ladder. Six money problems so they pay you. When they give you consign for your answer. When they make you run kitty kitty, they run kete kete. No dollar rara, cha cha don't learn. That back what a time for your matter. When they make you feel like say you don't matter. No stress, run down with the new shop. Sharply download the app cause it Kudimata. Kudimata.
All protocols duly observed. I am Dr. Jude Lune, Managing Director, Renoi Logistics. On behalf of my Group Managing Director, Dr. Gabriel Ugbechie, OON, will bring a goodwill message to Kudimata and the whole event taking place today. For those of us who are in Renoi, we're in the forefront of entrepreneurship drive across the country. For Niger Delta, we've done so much well in terms of entrepreneurship learning, support for startup, and different areas of CSR in the areas where we operate. On behalf of our management, we thank the Kudimata organization. We appreciate what they do. We wish them well and we always support them. Thank you.
yes, say he get something where they make una border. Solution is your land. Me talk say I no tell you, make me follow the ladder. Since money problems where they pay you, where they give you consign for your hazard, where they make you run kitty kitty, they run kete kete. No dollar rara, cha cha don't learn. That back what a time for your matter, where they make you feel like say you don't matter. No stress, run down with the new shop. Sharply download the app, cause it Kudimata. Kudimata. For your financial solution, we go give you attention. Kudimata. Financial advisory, we go touch lighting matter. We go cool your temper. Kudimata. Hello, my people. I just say he get something where they make una border. Solution is your land. Me talk say I no tell you, make me follow the ladder. Since money problems where they pay you, where they give you consign for your hazard, where they make you run kitty kitty, they run kete kete. No dollar rara, cha cha don't learn. That back what a time for your matter, where they make you feel like say you don't matter. No stress, run down with the new shop. Sharply download the app, cause it Kudimata. Kudimata. For your financial solution, we go give you attention. Kudimata. Financial advisory, we go touch lighting matter. We go cool your temper. Kudimata. Hello, my people. I just say he get something where they make una border. Solution is your land. Me talk say I no tell you, make me follow the ladder. Since money problems where they pay you, where they give you consign for your hazard, where they make you run kitty kitty, they run kete kete. No dollar rara, cha cha don't learn. That back what a time for your matter, where they make you feel like say you don't matter. No stress, run down with the new shop. Sharply download the app, cause it Kudimata. Kudimata. For your financial solution, we go give you attention. Kudimata. Financial advisory, we go touch lighting matter. We go cool your temper. Kudimata. Hello, my people. I just say he get something where they make una border. Solution is your land. Me talk say I no tell you, make me follow the ladder. Since money problems where they pay you, where they give you consign for your hazard, where they make you run kitty kitty, they run kete kete. No dollar rara, cha cha don't learn. That back what a time for your matter, where they make you feel like say you don't matter. No stress, run down with the new shop. Sharply download the app, cause it Kudimata. Kudimata.
So right here we have our speaker from P1. May we please give him a round of applause?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Our protocol duly observed. This is a speech from the chairman, P1 Group, Dr. Augustine Onwumere. Speech to be given by Dr. Augustine Onwumere on the seminar on women empowerment at Kudimata, introducing P1 Group and an introduction of empowerment enterprise system. Greeting from the office of the chairman, P1 Group, aka Mr. Empowerment. This is with great privilege and humility that I stand to present this day to bring good tidings to you today on the business P1 and how you can make money and earn a living. For this, I'm heartily grateful to God and for Kuda team for making this happen. Before we go into the cruise of the speech, the brief introduction of Mr. Empowerment Initiative and P1 Business. Mr. Empowerment Initiative is bettered by the unrivaled desire and the passion to teach youth to be successful as well as leverage on themselves, while keeping them away from waiting or depending on parents, grants, loan, or the government to make those provisions for them. Empowerment is all about focusing on opportunity and value, becoming part of the system that pays in which the youth can save up to start something in future. Empowering the youth, discovering talent, and enabling them focus on opportunity of life through the value they can render to the society is the idea behind Mr. Empowerment. Dr. Augustine Onwumere, is the founder and initiative. This stated through the system an initiative called Mr. Empowerment, educating and monitoring the area of motivation and businesses. Brief history of P1 Business Group. Our company, P1 Real Estate Limited, I make bold to say this is the biggest real estate development company in West Africa, with estates all over the city of Nigeria, Ghana, USA, Rwanda, Senegal, Dublin, and reaching out to South Africa. P1 has a list of training centers nationwide: Abia State, Akwa Ibom, Anambra, Bayelsa, Cross River, Delta State, Enugu, Imo, Kwara, Lagos, Nasarawa, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Ondo, Plateau. Given the above, we are continuing to add value to empowering youths incorporate and inhabit this test of empowerment through conducting training and seminars in the program PBU system. On this note is our request to start to seek to register the numbered youths and teen youth hunger for employment. From Kudimatas, come to our stand at the podium there. We are to register you for free to venture into the real estate so you can start making money through estate, adding the one that they have given to you. Thank you and God bless.
And I'll also like to call up on our CEO of Kudimata, Madam Kudimata, also known as Mrs. Kathleen Eremo, to come up and give the closing statement and closing prayer.
You are never too young to start. And I keep saying, just take the first step. Our youths, in working with NYC, over 500,000 coppers and young entrepreneurs in Nigeria and women have been trained, profiled. And when you look at the statistics, you see that the Niger Delta region produced a lot of the strong results that we have gotten. And in terms of the skills that they want, they have actually done the needful. But where are they? You don't see them on the map. Hence this journey. I implore all of us, if you go to the back, there is a barcode where you go and scan. We would attach you to a mentor after profiling you in an area of interest. So it's not just what has happened today. We want to unhold you through your journey. And for you to tell your brother, tell that your friend, tell that, it's going to be a chain action, because what Kudimata plans to do is to change the landscape, to change the narrative. We can do better. I'm a worry girl now, and see me here. And if you say business is hard, prior to today, I was in the corporate world. Prior to these 2 years, I was in the corporate world. If you told me I would do this entrepreneurial thing, I would tell you I would be afraid. I wouldn't know how to start. But I started August 2022. And the journey has been interesting. Interesting. And all those, Tara mentioned that you need relationship, you need resilience, and you need, what was the third one? Reputation to get you going. And those are the things that have gotten me going. As a young person, you may be afraid, oh, no. If I go, they would reject. No, knock. Even if you get a rejection, try again. You dust yourself. What did I do wrong? What can I do better? How did I pitch it? So let me even use this pitching for example. We wanted to empower a lot more people. And we sent out publication, billboards everywhere. We did radio jingle. We sensitized via social media. There were SMSs pushed, a lot of notification for you to pitch your business. The result was not okay. Professionally pitching. But guess what? We're all professionals here now. Why can't you do it? Are the people in Lagos better than you? The answer is 100% no. But what is happening to us? We don't want to do it. We don't want to put in that extra effort to have it done, to ask, to seek. How do I do it? We didn't want it. So we made it even simple. Made it simple. Do your 1-minute pitch and whatever. There was a pitch I saw. Somebody sitting down somewhere funny like this, and my name is this, and that. How do I give you money? You will treat my money in that manner. Even if I dash you. You know, if you dash, for you to even be gifted or be empowered, you need to be ready to receive it. If not, it becomes useless. And that's what I tell government and anybody. Before you give somebody empowerment, if it is physical cash, you must first have empowered the person mentally and let the person's mindset be ready, and change can occur. All right? So every one of you who have gotten empowerment now, you will be trained. You will be taught how to pitch properly, because you would need additional resource. It may not necessarily be enough for you to do what you want to do, but in the manner that you have done it, it's not sustainable. If this is one-off, I don't think anybody here wants this one-off. You want to grow, and our people can grow. So take the first step and empower yourself mentally, intellectually, before you come for the physical. So you are ready to receive, and so that you can multiply and give back. Thank you very much for His Excellency, ably represented by the Chief of Staff, Prince Johnson Erijo, all the other government functionaries that were here present. Kudimata totally, truly appreciate the support that has been given. And together, Kudimata is ready to work with the government to see that the youth and women in the states are empowered intellectually and financially, working with corporate institutions that are within our geography to have youth grow. And the narrative on the map or on Google, when you Google the Niger Delta, we would see our young industrious people. To our corporate partner, to Prudent Energy, to Rain Oil, to NYC, to CAC, to Access Bank, to Barrister Frank Omosigo, to Tara, to Moody, to Afri-Tropic, to everyone who have supported us, and to my mother and my father who are seated in Warri and watching me right now. Big love. And to my partner, Mr. Lennox. He has done a very good job in ensuring that the event is successful. His whole Eunice, who has supported me in ensuring that this hall is beautiful. And to my little daughter, a big, big thank you, who has allowed her to stay with me to see that all this. And to every other person who have supported, I may not have mentioned you. And to my new recruits, every one of you, I put people in communities once this empowerment starts, so we can hold you through your journey. So if dead onto your community, where further engagement, monitoring, and evaluation will take place, and then the mentorship. Thank you, everyone. And I look forward to more engaging and exciting times with you all.
I'm very, very grateful. This little 250,000 they give to me, it will make my little shop to grow more better than where I am before. So I'm thanking them for doing this for me. Thank you for helping us.
And truly, when I attend this program, I'm very happy. I learned a lot of things about be serious, have a relationship, and always be punctuality in anything you are doing. Don't fail. Always be there. And when you are there on time, whatever thing you desire, you will get it.
I participated in the program. I've been following Kudimata since I left camp. And today I'm so grateful that I'm part of those that won this amazing 250,000 naira. And I want to say a very big thank you and shout out to Kudimata for bringing out this program.
Today's conference was vetted. After working with youths across Nigeria, we've trained over 500,000 and in the different geography. Then thinking of the South region, the Niger Delta region, we see that even the youth, as industrious and strong as they are not reflected when you even, just as Google the Niger Delta land on Google. You will see just militancy and oil and gas. So it's in the narrative that is out in the public. It shows a strong dependency on oil, gas, and government. But that's not what our youths are. So today's event was vetted with the idea to come to Niger Delta, to Delta State in particular, to work with the youth, to try and change the mindset, to have this our industrious youth come out, invest in them skill acquisition, invest in them the knowledge in financial literacy and business fundamentals so that they can carry on with that which they know exactly what to do, but just waiting on a mentor to unhold them through that journey. So working with the youths, the women, and the mentors who have urbanized, we brought them back home to come and see that our youths are strong and hold them through this journey. So that's what bettered it.
Thank you, Kudimata and Prudence Energy. We love you all.
Kudimata.